First question is, what is your name and how many miles you're going for?
Hi, I'm Emma. I'm Matt's older sister.
All right, my name is Matt Zalea, and
I'm going to be running 70 plus miles tomorrow. Yeah.
I'm going to be shooting for at least 100 miles tomorrow.
What are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling very confident right now, but I think that's kind of good to go into this. The more I think about it, I don't get like an overwhelming sense of nerves. I feel like I've done enough preparation for my body to be ready to run this tomorrow. I think that other percentage to get me through to 100 is just going to be like mentality and me just really pushing through a lot of pain. So
I'm feeling grateful to be where I'm at right now. I feel the work has been put in, and there's always a questioning entering the taper before a race of if you did do enough, and then you think back to all the hard runs and everything that got you to this point as healthy as you can.
In a race where you can go forever, what would success look like for you?
success for me is to be like one of the top female finishers. So there's only 51 female racers out of a total of like 230 something people running this race. So success to me is to be one of the last top female runners in this race, to reach 100 miles, and to know that I completely left everything on the track, or left everything on the trail. Like there's nothing left in me.
Success is gonna be if I say I'm done after giving everything I had in my body. If I'm able to, whether it's 70 miles, 80 miles, 120, 140, the second I stop, if I know I gave everything I had left in my body, then I'm happy with whatever that number is for tomorrow.
When you're in the depths of the pain cave, how will you navigate that?
Anybody can perform at 100% when they're feeling good, and I love seeing when people are reaching their breaking point. How are you going to respond? And that's where I pride myself on. I learned a lot about myself when I entered the deepest pain cave of my life during the Ironman. I learned a lot about how I'm able to navigate it. And there's this, alter ego that comes out, these voices that just come out in your head. For me at least, where it just takes over, and the second one side thinks of, all right, you can start walking out, you can tap out, there's that governor in there that just says, no, we got a lot left. And one thing I noticed doing that is the mind suppresses what the body can do sometimes. Unless you guide the mind directly to what you want to do, the body will then take you there. I look forward to being in the pain cave these races, and so when that does happen, it's exactly where I want to be at, as crazy as it sounds.
I think when being in like the most pain, you can always make room for more, if that makes sense. Also, another thing that helps me get through, like, quote unquote, the pain cave, like, everything is temporary. Like, the idea of impermanence is something that's gotten me through a lot of stuff in my life, and knowing that whatever I'm feeling is only in that moment right now, that I'm not gonna feel this way forever. Also, the fact, like, if I quit and Matt keeps going, it's gonna really piss me off, so.
How do you feel about being the last man standing?
Okay, last man standing. The idea to be a last man standing, oh man, my ego is gonna be real big.
It's an interesting concept because I've never entered a race going to win the whole thing. That's never been my goal. It's always been, a battle against myself.
I would walk around with a t-shirt that says, I beat Matt.
The thought of that, it brings out a weird feeling because I've never been in that space before, or in that place to actually be the only one left in the race, be the winner of the race.
Now, all friendly competition, obviously, but if or when I am last man standing, I think that would be a really big, I think I would, I would cry. It'd be a lot of big emotions, but in the way, I know that if I am the last man standing, then I've earned that spot, so, yeah.
Last Man Standing Ultra is a backyard ultra marathon, arguably one of the hardest races in the country, where you follow a 4.2 mile loop every hour on the hour until there is one person left. So no matter how fast you do the 4 miles, you're not allowed to start the next lap or go more than 4 miles until that next hour starts. And that's truly what intrigued me about Last Man Standing, because it's way outside my comfort zone. There's a lot that goes into ultra marathons, a lot that people don't see right away, and it starts with the crew. You need a foundation of people that are willing to stay up with you and support you for 24 hours or even longer, depending on how long you want to go. And there's not a lot of people that would say yes to.
Let's go!
And as the saying goes, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Last Man Standing is the epitome of that quote. Last Man Standing, that's Leia, 155, 10 to 155. Going further than Emma's Leia, 10-1 something. Remember this. Just like any other races, as you're towing the starting line, there's high energy, the crowd is involved, everybody's cheering. It's what you want race day. I think the beautiful thing about this race is people to your left and right, you don't know how long they're gonna last. You don't know how far they're gonna go. You don't know how fast they're gonna go. The only thing you do know is that you're about to run 4 miles next to them in hopes to see them again on the next lap. When the race starts, it's oddly quiet. I went into this race knowing 3 other people that are running it, including my sister, my friend Austin, and my friend Brendan. And we decided to run the first few laps together. No music, no nothing, just chatting back and forth throughout the race, taking it 1 lap at a time. Setting markers as you're going through this race in terms of where to walk, where to run, so that it eventually becomes systematized. When you hear about somebody who ran for 100 miles, you think that they ran continuously, which is not the case at all. Ultra marathons are about load management, winning the micro decisions, such as I'm gonna go walk to that tree over there instead of running and doing that every single lap. Sticking to your plan. For the first few laps, we fell in a groove, finishing right around 48 to 50 minutes each time, giving us 10 to 12 minutes of rest, which felt perfect.
I love my coffee, guys. I walked right past.
Stay in the books, baby. Take it home.
Good job, Emma. Same thing. What do you want to eat? Same thing.
And then I gotta put some tape on my
AJ, yeah. 1 at a time, back to 0 as soon as we cross this.
Let's go. How are you feeling? I'm sure they asked you.
You want to feed this to me? Sure.
Someone's gonna have to later on.
I'll put it on a string.
That was a long message. I didn't read it.
There we are. How are we feeling, fellas?
popping out of nowhere.
In order to go far in a race that doesn't have an end, you have to have a crew that understands what you need and when you need it. We were lucky enough to have 2 of our good friends and physical therapists in our tent that catered to us anytime we needed something. On top of that, we had certain food groups that we would have every lap, whether it was more carbs, more electrolytes, more liquids, or just more snacks in general. Following that system, your body starts to get in rhythm with what you're drinking, what you're eating, and when you're having it, and then getting up and running and doing it again and again.
You son of a bitch.
2,800 feet of elevation. 2,800. Nope. Wow. I'm gonna do that 3 more times. The sun starts to set, the headlamps start to come out, and it starts to get very quiet, very lonely. Then mile 38 to 40 came around, and at this point, my pain level was at a 9 out of 10, and there was a real thought that I wasn't even gonna make it to 50 miles. I've done an Ironman in the past, I've been in the most pain I've ever been in my entire life, And at that point in the race, I was in a significantly more amount of pain than I've ever been in my life. And I wasn't expecting it to come that soon. Sitting in your tent when you can barely stand up, knowing you have 60 more miles left to do when you're in the most amount of pain in your entire life, knowing it won't get better, how are you going to do that?
Nobody talked to him for 5 minutes.
It's okay. Actually, you guys picked me up every single time I came in. I think if I didn't have you guys, I would have stopped a lot earlier.
Aww.
Oh my God, very impressive.
Yeah. Less than 75 people.
How's Matt doing? How's Matt? He's
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
12 a.m. hits, 12 hours later, mile 50, we're halfway there, and this is where I meet up with Brendan, and we end up running the next 55 or so miles together. If we didn't, I don't think I would have made it many more laps after I hit that pain threshold. Throughout the night, you start losing track of time. You don't really know if the sun is ever going to rise, and as each lap starts, there's less and less people that are there. People that you were just talking to the lap prior, and then they're gone.
Is there another one? They have like one dot not full.
Can I get,
Pizza?
Nate, you mind grabbing me that biofreeze right there, the white bottle right there, next to the O'Shea?
Right.
Yeah, thank you.
Want these off?
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Want
Do you
them
need
off?
electrolytes or anything?
In this. Wow.
Which sneakers are you going back in? Let me get it here.
You need
Put them
electrolytes
on
in
this
this?
towel.
There is,
There is, okay.
Yeah, thank you.
How are you doing?
My right knee is fine. I think because I was compensating so much, my hand is just cooking a little bit, but it's gonna happen. It's just, I think really what it's gonna be is monitoring this. Everything else feels fine. Ankles feel fine. Feet feel fine. Knee feels good. IT band feels good. I might just have to say screw the kidneys and go a lot of Advil. The night was going on and the pain was increasing. I started to understand what success in a race like this looked like. In my previous races, I've had a certain time to hit for my races, whether it was my 250 marathon, whether it was my sub 12-hour Ironman. But success in a race that never ends is the moment you decide that enough is enough. Have you given everything you have? And the only person that will know that truly is you. Mile 74 came. And I remember it hitting me when I realized I had a marathon left. And I said to my crew out loud, I can do that. And this was the most amount of positivity or confidence I had the entire race. The moment I knew I had a marathon left, because I've done it many times in the past, I knew that I was gonna get this done. Little did I know I was gonna have to run the next 2 laps on one leg because my right knee was in an excruciating amount of pain and was giving out on me. And that's why in a race like this, every single lap matters. The little details is what wins you the bigger goal. Yeah. Know what it is? Gobs. Once I get up. All right, now I gotta get up.
1, off you go.
As the sun came up, it fills you up with a little bit more life, a little bit more urge to keep going.
Ten,
Let's go, guys!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
remember talking to Brendan when we were around 85 miles in, knowing we both were going to get it done, but it was going to be a hell of a push to the finish. And then the final lap comes around, and he looks at me and says, I'm going to need you for this one. And we stuck to the system we set, and we were at mile 20, walking to that tree, jogging to that rock, walking this downhill. Although we crossed that finish line not as the last man standing, we did what we set out to do. 24 laps later, 19 hours, 31 minutes on course, and 104 miles. I finished 8th place out of 230 runners. Emma's final lap put her at 48 miles, 8 hours and 30 minutes on course, and she did what she said she wanted to do. She finished 8th out of 70 female runners. Me and Emma are both leaving this race with one thing: evidence that we can do tough.
Who are you and what is your role?
I'm Bernadette, Emma and Matt's mom, and I am here to save lives.
I am Kat Campbell. I am a physical therapist, so I'm here to help Emma and Matt with any injuries that might happen or anything they're dealing with.
I'm Allie Tercio. My role is cheerleader.
I'm Dan Marchese, I am the crew chief today, and I also coach Matt through this whole training block to help him.
I am Gab, and I guess I'm the snack queen. Always making sure everybody has the snacks.
My name's Derek Morgan, and I am the vibe guy today.
I'm AJ, Matt's best friend. Role for tomorrow, I'm basically just going to provide updates on social media.
Ham turkey sandwich! Ham turkey sandwich!
100K in. Tell me about it.
You're hacking your hammer at the rock, and the crack is getting deeper and deeper, and eventually it's going to break.
Hell yeah.
I'm not close yet.
You're getting there.
I gotta hit it a little bit harder.
I gotta record AJ doing
Happy. Feeling great. Michael, that's right.
I was sitting here and people and then just came over.